I'm gonna kind of starting this over again. Because I did not realize that my freaking mic wasn't working. In fact, I'm going to just kind of load it up on my phone here and just, make sure it is working. Because I'm going to be neurotic about that now, guys. Oh, advertiser. So if the mic is working, I guess I will explain to you what we're doing here. I'm doing... hold on. Setting it all up. It doesn't really let me do that ahead of time, which is kind of annoying. I'm using the GeForce thing to stream. See if I've got sound. You guys let me know if I don't. As if you heard that. Setting it all up. It doesn't really let me do that ahead of time, which is kind of annoying. I'm using the GeForce. Alright, good. It's working. Mics are working. Now I know what it is. I have to set everything else to disabled if you want your particular mic to be picked up. Only knows one mic. My name's Dan. I'm on the Dan and Jay's Comedy Hour podcast. And this is Dan Likes to Play, where I just kind of play games. And so I decided, what the hell, I'll share it. It's kind of an extension of a different video thing on YouTube that we have called Jay Likes to Watch, where I play games and my friend Jay watches me play and we joke about it while I play. You can check us out at danandjay.com or YouTube/CJC Hour. I've got like about 7 hours of no talking Dwarf Fortress on here, so if you want to check that out, you can see what I did. I feel like I'm going to start over, for one, because I couldn't talk, and for two, I did not like the strategy of the fortress I built. I was a little too deadly, as was proven by a fire-breathing cricket. So, I've had a little bit of practice. My first video, I didn't even talk in anyway. But this time, I'm going to try to do something a little different. I won't spend half an hour trying to figure out how to change the levels to go up and down. So that being said, I'm going to create a new world. We're going to kind of start over. Pretend like the last videos didn't even freaking happen or something, right? Let's see here. So, I'm going to create a new world. I'll let my Twitters and my other things know. Facebook, why not? I'll let Facebook know. Okay. Dwarf Fortress. I think last time I kept these all kind of default. Alright, so we're gonna generate a world. Chug along and on world. Sound is kind of crap, because I can't really tell. Sounds good. Alright, so rolls now. Sorry if I cough. Almost there. Placing beasts. Placing. Alright, now we're chugging along. We're making a year. At least of history. It makes it interesting. Makes it a very world. I think some people can't handle that. Wait that long. Computer probably can't handle it either, to be frank. 50 for funsies. $116. Starting to get to the point where alright, you know, 27 because I'm getting impatient. Alright. So, sure, why not? We'll just use... Who cares? There's a lot of ice on the bottom there. It's a atmosphere here. So now it's got to offload everything. And this is just prepping the world. This isn't even starting the actual game yet. I don't know how many of you know Dwarf Fortress, but it's sort of it's a simulation more than anything. It sort of just builds this whole world in history, and then you kind of just do something in it. There's an adventure mode, and there's a fortress mode. Fortress mode is what's most popular, and that's sort of just like a, I don't know, how would you put it, like a SimCity of Dwarves or something like that. You can't directly control a dwarf. You can only give them suggestions, like orders, and then they do them or they don't. Alright, so we're going to start playing. I'll rename this because it just helps me know what I'm doing here. Call it Twitch 2. There we go. So see, Adventurer lets you go into adventure mode. So we're gonna do a new world, new game in this world I just set up. So it looks like I'm starting on the 15th of Granite. Man, my chair is squeaky. Alright. Now we get to figure out where we want to found our land. So let's find some location, certain things. Aquifer, because that can into an aquifer. You can flood your fort. Not good enough yet with that. You want to be able to get water from shallow metals. I like deep metals. Yeah. Some. Sure, why not? We'll have some clay. Stone. From my understanding, that's important. I haven't actually that out yet. And so through your world, some green on areas that represent what you're this world. So that match what I'm looking for, it appears. Areas. Look at that. To go into warm areas. It reduces. Well, I don't have to deal with winter if I do that. And I like to be. So this is a version of this, so you can see that this part and these mountains. I'm gonna arrow over. Oops. I want to browse results. So this little yellow X. That's for my cursor. I can move over to that, and this will show me that particular little area. Land. You can see the separate, not too bad. It's wooded, vegetarian. It's surrounded by wilderness. Barkes, BRK. A little soil, some deep metals. Keys here. F1. You can swap between those and see what's that other area. This part that's like that. This has all the metal and stuff. Probably the mountains. Go in there and the mountains are just all the way up. That's not a great place. Somewhere I can farm better. There. Warm, or is this kind of a cold place? So you don't want too hot either. Sand. Ooh, it's a desert. So temperate is actually do. That's not bad. Don't want to be in a desert. I'm not able to do that. That's sort of my... So I want lots of trees. No. Yeah, here. Okay. No trees. That I gotta have trees because you build all your wood with. So that's what I was looking for. All right, so part is heavily. There's no forest there. That's our apparently. Soil, clay, metal, and flexstone. But if I side, deep metals, soil, flexstone. It's temperate. It's thick vegetation and wilds. Heavily for that guy over just one. Move over. Yeah. So see, top left hand corner here is like the very close area. So each one of these represents individual X here or square. So I want a little area. I've got to make sure. Oh, damn it. Place. Here. Hold on. Away. So that's basically. So you can shell elementals, deep metal, like that area for, you know, mining. Did I turn something? So that should be a page of that area. Still has shell metal flux, and that has clay and some soil. Honestly, do I even need that? Because I could just... Everything I want is there. Same shit. Interesting. Interesting. So if I do this... What does the other one offer? Anything? Official for that. Oops. Stop it. Oh god, what did I do? To the wrong... There we go. Also pressing the F. So what is the little J-shaped thing? Oh, they're the same. So there's no for me to check because there wasn't anything the same. That. I kind of like that. A little bit of the rock. Maybe I can as an entrance, but otherwise. Stuff. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to... Now, as you may know, I may have played a few hours, but for all intents and purposes, I'm still a noob. So I'm going to select this easy start made for new players. Okay. What the heck? Okay, so it's not that that's yelling at me. So problems. Having an anvil would be nice. Okay. We'll have to figure that out. Let's check out the items. Any anvils available would be great. I search? No. Do they have any sort of anvil? So the challenge with that is that I'll just have to buy that as part of maybe my first trade agreement. It's usually, as you probably noticed, it takes a little while before I really worry about it so much. I've got 117 points I can spend since I couldn't have that. Drake, 1 rooster, 6 hens. Those aren't bad. That's a good start there. 1 ewe, 1 ram. They are planning for you to have those reproduce. Man. What do I want? This will get a goose and a gosling. Or goose and a gander, that's what I mean. Let them start laying eggs. I know how to do that now. Do that earlier. I feel like this is all animals. Is there categories that I'm missing? There are. There are fucking categories I'm missing, I think. Doesn't that seem like that's all animals, huh? Do I have to go through? This is literally everything, huh? New? Oh shit, here we go. Well, I might get some nest boxes, but if I can't get anything else, if I can't get any sort of freaking anvil. Anvil. It's kind of annoying that you can't sort here, or search, find what you're looking for. Phone just made a weird noise, I think. Don't know what it was. Okay, so I don't even know if I'm in the right place. Okay, there. Well, that's a good way to get some food. Okay, let's name the group. Let's see. So right now they're named the Rabbingas, the glowing ceiling. I just like to do random until I find something I like. Yellow avalanche, the jade fountains. The post of barbarians. They're not barbarians, they're gonna be pussies. They always are. Confident pulley, moon armor of homage. Constructive bands, amber mines. Stirred bodices. That sounded like a freaking romance novel. The useful lances. I'm going with that. That sounds sturdy. I'm going to go with it. Okay. So that's the name of the group. Now, let's name where the fort's going to be. Head channels. Let's see. Continue. Goosel Seaber. Let's go with that. Copper hides. Why not? Oh, we keep moving on. Okay, so we got that. Embark. Embark these mofos. Yes, I am ready. There we go. Okay. You have arrived. After a journey from the mountain homes into the forbidding wilderness beyond, your harsh trek has finally ended. Your party of 7 is to make an outpost for the glory of all Unibartists. There are almost no supplies left, but with stout labor comes sustenance. Whether by bolt, plow, or hook, provide for your dwarves. You are expecting a supply caravan just before winter entombs you. But it is spring now. Enough time to delve secure lodgings, ere the jaguar men get hungry. Oh god, are there those around? A new chapter of dwarven history begins here at this place. Gooselsieber, copper hides, strike the earth. Alright. What am I seeing here? Yes. There were places I thought. It gets cold here. Okay. Good to know. I don't like that. So I need to get, because it's gonna be cold. Build good entryway, right? So what do we got going on here? So kind of, I'm up on top of a mountain here. So where is that river? Okay, I'm scoping my digs. Brook. Obviously frozen. There's water here, even if it's an ice wall here. That must be maybe. So I got some opportunities here. I want to be nearer the river than further, honestly. Dig in here. Yeah, because we're gonna... So we came in, right? Like that's all kind of stone here. And that oil there. There's some water. So that'll probably thaw. Got some lakes or what have you. Just trying to figure out where do I want to go. A lot of flatter area here, which would give me pen. I suppose it isn't so bad to go in. What is all this? Okay, and I think I can farming clay. Start by just kind of digging in here. Oop, and a thought. Just like that, snow all went away. Look very different. So I'm going to adjust some of this stuff because I have that sound sense thing to do the actual music. There we go. Kind of like that music better. Alright, that's kind of fun. Then I'm going to bring this up. Alright. So it's evident that my underground farming is going to happen to the right there. Okay, so that's the edge of the right there, just so you know. Got a lot of up to go, which is cool. Maybe the direction I need to kind of build myself here. So hematite, that's pretty cool. It's gonna be, that's a hell of a lot. The gate. I think I'm gonna do this because this is what happened last time. You couldn't hear it, but by building a central stairway, which is sort of how I learned to do it to begin through some tutorials, I definitely set myself up for failure because it was so easy for creatures to just get all the way through everything. So I need to be more cautious in how I build my passageways in order to make it harder for a creature to get inside. When it does get inside, make it a little more difficult for it to pass through. So this will be my main entryway type thing, and I built a stairway separate from stuff downstairs by going down and back out, and then another one that goes towards my other things. Let's see what we can do about isolating some stuff. A little less terrifying when a firebreathing shows up. Hopefully, that's my end game. Okay. Maybe even do my sword separately than what I was doing. Although, yeah. So let's see. Designate mine. I even totally forgot to build a trading center, so I'm gonna. Then I want to just downstairs here. Just realized that that's sort of hugging the edge there. Continue. Alright, I'm going to depot, right? Yeah. I'll put that right there. I'm gonna build it out of chalk, apparently. That's what I do. Alright, so see, this entrance is gonna head to the farm. Hopefully, that's my end game. I'm gonna take that way. See what shows up when they dig into the earth here. If anyone's listening and you can hear me talk, just let me know. Say so in the chat. I just want to make sure my mic's working after everything I went through recently. With my mic not working for 8 hours. Alright. It's raining. Alright, so I got all this clay loam. It should allow me to farm. Let's make it 8 by 7. Arbitrary decision for size. Okay, let's see if this is worth digging out. You never know if you're gonna actually get the amount of soil you asked for out of this stuff. Like you can see, that farm plot's gonna have some stone in the middle of it here, so it's not gonna be perfect coverage. It's still some soil, that's good. Alright, so I've got a couple places I'm gonna build farm plot. And another one here. Hopefully a couple people will come in and set those up. Doesn't hurt anything to have the plots in place and just ready to plant whatever you want to plant. Alright, so I got a good farm going there. And you know what? Let me dig out. I don't mind having, like, this centralized, because it's centralized in a way that's sort of... like, it's the farms by themselves is good. I don't care if that all comes off of the stairs. You know what I mean? We're gonna do some seed storage here. Do their thing here. So one of the things I probably learned last time is that I need to have a borrow area kind of excavated and planned ahead of time, ready to go, with whatever lever I need to pull to close the door right there. I now know that'll work very well. Learned it after I closed the monster in and killed everyone. I'm going to try that again, but do it properly this time. What is a stockpile? It's technically considered a food stockpile. We're going to customize the settings to only allow seeds. What this will do is this will basically have a really easy access to the seeds that they need to do their thing. So I'm going to go ahead of time because I've been hurt by it before. Make sure that no seeds that we currently have, okay, none are being cooked. Just start with some plump helmets. Now, here, we're going to dig again. We're going to go the other way. Oops. That. Go this way. It's so that they have to kind of go on in and over before they can reach my stairs. Is this upstairs worth it? No. Okay. So we'll dig it downstairs. Here. Cool. Alright. Now we're going to build an upstairs. Here. Line that out. Kind of go back over a little bit. Up. See, I'm going to make it kind of a maze. I know like one of the keys is supposed to be efficiency, but shit. Efficiency doesn't do you any good if everyone dies. Alright, so it's kind of an I can make an emergency escape hatch if I needed to. I'll just do a downstairs here. I know it looks a little silly, but it's worth it. Alright, cool. So, we got this little entryway, this little wiggly entryway. I can put 1, 2 doors, traps, things like that. I can kind of guard off of that, I think, better than what I was doing before, which was just a stairway down, all the way to the bottom. Now I'm gonna have a little bit of that. It's just for efficiency, but I think this will reduce it a little bit, especially if the monster like goes to the left, goes down to the farm. You know what? You can have the farm. Okay. All right. Designate. We're gonna do up down. Do a few of those. Sure I did that right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down a few levels, and then it's going to require that you pass over to another end of a hall. To continue on. And again, I'll be able to put maybe a second protective wall there or something. So if he does get in, they can block that one off. I think I want to start doing my living quarters about 10 levels down from right below, you know, below where the entryway is, I think is what I was going for. So now we're hitting some stone. We're deep in the mountains now. 1, 2, 3, 4. I should count for that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's not bad. And then we go 8, 9, 10. So this is where their bedrooms will be. So we'll dig out to build sort of a hallway. And we don't have now, just 7, right? So we're going to start by just doing 10 rooms. 1, 3, 4, 5. I think I was overkilling it with how big I made the hallways, honestly. For the bedrooms at least. Like, this is just a branch. A small hallway here shouldn't hurt anything. It's not high traffic. 10. Don't need to dig past there for now. Alright. So I'll have them do that, and then I can start looking at what I need to do What's that? That looks fancy. Granite. Got some good stone going on here. So then I'm going to build a meeting space after this, because this will allow me to have a place for them to all stand that's inside as opposed to outside. So see how that moves over, right? So I don't think the kitchen and food stuff should be too far away from where the farm is, right? So we'll build that off that first little steppy step. How they come along in the bedrooms. Not too bad. Oh, it's falling asleep. How ironic. So a little kitty cat following him around. Look at that. Alright. So it started raining, so I definitely want to look at their meeting place area here. So do it off of that. Not a lot of down, but a lot of up. Right, if I go down, that kind of... Oh, I left a lot of way. This isn't too bad, honestly. Alright. So it doesn't have to be that big of a meeting place, but I do need to take into consideration that eventually it's going to be much bigger. Because as I get more dwarves, I get more meeting area. So let's loop that around. Make it 8 by 8 to start. And then off of here, this is where I'll put my food storage. If I expand it, I'll just expand it to the right, you know what I mean? That I can expand to the left. Then here, oops. Kitchen. Brewer. So that'll be the food and brew area right there. We'll pull straight from here, which will be good. And then I need this will need to be separate. That's the butcher area. Fish processing, that kind of thing. Alright. I just realized that was off, and that will bug me if I dig that out and then it's off center. And chug along. My hunters are hunting, doing their job out there, killing things. Missing ammunition. Huh. Bummer. Looking at the dwarf therapist, and it shows that the hunter's missing ammunition, so I guess he has to punch the fish now. Or whatever it is. Okay, so couldn't get that last one. Really? Meeting area's almost dug out though, that'd be good. Now apparently you can make things taverns. I've never done that before, so I'm gonna have to play with that at some point. Alright. So that makes it a zone, and we're gonna make it a meeting area. Oh, that's how you find a location. Well, it's not a tavern yet, so I think it has to be nicer before I start doing that. It's not even a table. This will just give them somewhere to go. So now they're not standing in the rain, you see. I need to focus up here a little bit on the animals I'm gonna put out here. Let's make a pasture for the non-grazing animals, because otherwise they'll come inside. And I don't want that. Okay. Pen or pasture. The non-grazing. These ones I want to be grazing animals. Alright. Boom. And for now I'm going to put the other guys, the birds, out here. Pastured. So I can keep track of them and keep them to eat, because they need grass. They need soil to dig up, but somewhere to eat. So I'll have to bring it out there, I think. Sweet. Build workshop. I'll put the butcher shop right here. We'll do the tanner right below it. The fishery H? Yeah. Fishery. I feel like I'm missing something. It's a good start. I think right now they're getting all the animals settled in. Good job.
Summer is upon us.
Oh, good. Should make sure that they can reach that trade depot. Huh? Was that Shift D? Yeah, so they can reach it. See. It's weird. to play that. I'll take a second for them to take that out on the time. Everything's gonna be slightly radioactive because that's what he made from me, hematite. Alright. So, but that's done. So now we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna build another food stock point. And we want to put that over here. And I want to be more specific on this one, just like it was last time. I don't want seeds in there. Seeds have to go elsewhere. I think everything else is fine. So now they'll bring all their food in, which is exciting. We're going to build a kitchen, which is a Z for some reason. Kitchen. Right here. And a still right across from it, right here. So it's a quick hop and jump to get to those when the time comes. So now I need to do the birds, right? See if they freak out because it's so close to the water, if it's okay. Okay, the miners, I gotta keep them mining and only mining. So I have these custom jobs I built in this Dwarf Therapist that helps you assign responsibilities. So my miner one is literally, it's all they do. See? All the other jobs go away. All the cleaning, figure while they're not mining, they can clean. So that'll allow these guys to focus on what I really need them to do. They're the only ones who can do this job. So construction. So we got those stairs. They go out. And here they're going out there. And they go down. And that's where my rooms are. Like using this area to do instructions wouldn't be so bad. Okay, so we come out. I want to make sure there's room so that if I ever put a door there, I can go out there a bit. 1, 2, 3. That's not bad. Oops. So I'm going to build 3, middle hall. Some construction there. Now this is what I'm going to do a little different. Might be overthinking it, but I got burned a little too hard last time. So I can then put the storage stockpiles down those stairs. They're actually a little bit closer to the entrance. But they'll make it easy for them to access that stuff when they need it. Doing their thing. Ugh. So I'm gonna build a maze. Nope. Workstation mason's shop. Build that here. So he's gonna be needed to build any stone stuff. Alright, we're gonna build a carpenter's workshop across from him. Okay. Building up downstairs because I might expand like how the storage works. Alright, so this is where I'm going to put everything. Or put a lot of the raw materials at least. Ooh, look at that. So all I'm at, I got these going. We're gonna go ahead. Oh. Do you have anyone that has carpentry? I should check that. The butcher does. So give it time, he'll be there. Let's gotta make room. Alright. So what we need to do is I need to make a bed. A couple of them. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's important. Beds are important for these guys. Okay. So now I need to build some stockpiles out here. Yeah, these are just stockpiles, so I'm not going to be too worried about the fact that there's going to be a lot of centralization out here because it's a kind of a different animal here. So let's see here. guys sleeping in nowhere. Sleeping in among the food.
We come here in hopes of a better life.
Alright, well maybe I'll get some extra hands. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wait, that's not too bad. Yep, 15 folks. Dash digging here. I feel like I should turn the weather down just a little bit. Alright. See who we got here.
Ach, I fished all the fish there are, so there's no more fish.
Fine. So at this level, it's just not worth it to go through too deeply into their abilities unless you're missing an ability that you need and force someone to learn it. Oh, God damn it, I always leave that one behind until... They didn't even clear out the hallway, so they have to go the long way around, which makes a lot of sense. Makes sense to take that out. I don't know why I left so much space there. So I'm just gonna add that. Need some logs. I can handle that. Chop down. It's a fucking jungle. Alright. So let's see here. Oh, I don't even have a refuse pile. I need to make that. So a lot of people like to put the refuse pile outside. But then the dwarves get pit and they have to go outside. So I wonder if I can... This isn't something I've done before, so I'm gonna... Too bad to do. Refuse pile right here to start. And I can put a door on it. Miasma. build a nest box. Cool. So I'm going to remove the zone here. No longer in a thing. I think I'm gonna make that bigger. Looks like there's more than I thought. Okay, so we're gonna make a zone. Covers that. And it's gonna be a pen. Not currently pastured animals. Oh. This will go through. Guess I didn't quite pick up that that's gone. That's fine. Chick, those are birds, so they probably should go there. Then up here, it's full of wood. Remove any non-existing animals and add the calf. There we go. So some of them just went over there because of the nest box. So now they'll be laying eggs in those nest boxes, which is going to provide some food for these guys. So I'm going to go into the kitchen. I'll cook. Okay, so stockpiles. I need to do some stockpiles. Let's see. So I want to put the finished goods and furniture upstairs because they're going to be more... Like, I just want to be able to dump them off. So let's do cloth here. Right? Yeah, sure. And we'll put leather next to it. That makes sense to put them in the same room. It's just... let's leave a space so it makes it easier for me to know where one ends. Right? So no, they're two different ones. Wood's actually kind of need a lot. So let's put, we'll put weapons here. We'll put ammo here. And I've yet to actually make any coins. But I don't want to not have a place to put them if I do make some. You know what I mean? Yeah, I want to put it down there. Alright, so let's dig this out a little bit here. Well, I want to make this decent sized. Should do this. This I want wide, but I want to make it easy for them to access it at all times. This is where I'm going to put wood for easier access. Birds seem to be doing okay. So now I need to make a place to put this. Refuse stockpile right here. What is that thing? It's a calf. A confused calf, apparently. You know, actually, my last one, I never... that down. So they're almost done there, and then I can make that a wood storage. Then I can focus on digging some more holes. End up with a lot of wood in here, man. Just keep the defaults, whatever that is. So I'm eventually gonna have a manager who's in charge of stuff. I've got this empty space right here. So I figure I can do that. Give him a little office here. So let's do this. This office doesn't need to be that big. We'll give him a bigger dining room than that. Dining room. Bedroom. There. So he'll just spend all his time on the level where almost everything he needs to count is. It's depressing, but that's the way it is. Did anyone make any beds? Oh shit, I have beds. I should make some bedrooms. here. So the plan is this will be a hall, and I'll have craft things there. So let's do that. It's a pretty big dig, but plan on putting a couple things in there. Guys running around looking pretty good. Nice. Alright. Stockpile for furniture. Stockpile for finished goods. Then so finish bringing all that shit in from the outside. That's gonna be part of it. Alright, so while he's doing that, I need to expand my bedroom area a little bit. Just gotta keep them carving away rock. They'll keep learning how to dig that way, and they'll become better and better. to make some more beds though. So I didn't quite make enough beds. Oh, I guess if you set that up and they can't do it, they just don't do it because you don't have a manager telling them to keep doing it. Alright, so I want to make an office manager here because it makes things a lot easier in the long run. But to do that I need a table and a chair and a door. I'll do another up down here. I'm just about to the point where I can kind of start looking at maybe organizing my gems, my metals, and my stones.
Autumn is upon us.
Okay, supposedly it's all done. Cool. So you can see it's in a finished good spot. Here, there's the table, there's the door, and the chair should be coming along shortly here. So build the table, door here in the middle. Boom, boom. Build the chair. Boom, boom. And we build the door. Boom, boom. Okay, good. Alright, now who is dispensable enough? It's organized but dispensable. So let's look at what are traits? Dang it. There we go. That's easy enough. Traits. So I don't want to sort this. I want by anybody. I just want to look. Who's most orderly? He is my mason. Ooh, this guy's super orderly. Animal caretaker. What have these got? He's friendly at least. Not very polite, but he gets shit done. Okay, Sarvesh, you are going to be my manager and broker. Sarvesh. Did I choose the wrong Sarvesh? No, they're all right. Okay. And then we assign this room to him. The manager. So then I go in here again. And I'm going to make him an administrator. I don't want him doing anything beyond what he's supposed to do. So now I go back here, and we need to change how he counts shit. I want accuracy. It's important. Alright. Perfect. Now, how many beds did I need to fill that up? Got 20 minus 5. Oh, I have 5 missing, so 15 beds. Make 20 doors. 15 beds. Cool. So you know what? I'm going to make him wheelbarrows. So if I do 2 per major thing, 6 of them. So I'll do that. So do 1 major area, 2 major areas. 3 major areas. You see how this is kind of isolated from the other major paths, right? So if any, if the monster goes down into storage, no big deal. Might be able to close that off and just keep them in there. That sort of plan here.
All the fish are gone.
Well, yeah, it's winter. Sorry, guys. Do not drink. So we're gonna just do a perpetual order for easy meals. Whatever they can do, I want them to do. Ooh, masterpiece door, very nice. My stoneworker is definitely better at what he does. So let's build another mason shower. Because if I got a couple people that can do it, let's get them doing it. Carpenter 2. Some guy that showed up to trade. I got nothing to trade. Just happy I've got people and food. Creative artist. Ooh, gave birth to a lamb. Look at that. I'm going to just take a look at what's in each of these areas they dig out and make a decision based on that, what I'm going to put in there. So far that sounds like I'm going to be putting stone in that one, but the other one could, another one may have more metal, and I'll put metal in that one, just for fun's. Puppies. It's winter. Stop having babies. It's cold out. Cannot be. So I could do a little tavern. Okay. I think that's going to be a pretty cool thing. That's new. They didn't have that before. I think that could be fun because apparently it attracts others. Man, my Mason is doing a pretty good job. So those wheelbarrows are going to make it so we can move stone around easier. Okay, there's all my doors. Beds are getting closer. Rather different types of stone too. What kind of stone is there? That's clay stone. That's what that is. So let's find out what clay stone category clay stone fits into, because that's what I'm going to put there. Okay. It's going to forbid that, forbid that, forbid that. We're just going to do other stuff, and we're going to set max wheelbarrows to 2. So when they bring stuff in, they can use wheelbarrow for it. Very nice. I think my sound player just disappeared. That was random. I'm not sure why that was the case. Alright. Sorry, my nose is whistling. I've got kind of a stuffy nose. they're digging along. How's my bed situation going? Oh, they finished the beds. I didn't hear that horn. I guess because that's when the sound was off. That's brought down. There's all the beds is. Alright. Make everything a bedroom. Make sure everything is, because I kind of lost track of where it was. Those are all good. That's not one. That one. Hopefully this will make the dwarves a little bit happier, if not amazingly happier. Alright. There's 20 beds and 15 dwarves. I've got enough beds. And then on top of that, the administrator has his own freaking room. I will. Actually, I need to do that. Make 2 doors, separate them out. Let's make... Oh, I want several tables, because I also want to start populating their dining room. So let's do... of those, because that'll be 2 chairs per table that I'm putting in the dining room, and then 1 chair for the other guy. And let's do 6 beds. I'll make a little dorm area too. Oh, I do have a pretty good mason. Man, he pumped that right out, didn't he? Okay, but they're still moving him over to their storage. Kill. That chair belongs to the administrator. Oh, that's right. He's the only administrator I have at the moment. That's fine. There. I'll make this dining room for him as well. There. He never has to leave the area other than go grab some food. Okay, so that's been constructed. Ooh. Let's do a couple more rock doors. So I need to... I need to do something. So I'm being summoned for dinner. I'm gonna finish up what I'm doing here. I feel like here would be... No, let's keep the dorm downstairs where the beds are, right? That makes sense. Off of that. Man, my rock making guys are really good at what they do. Plan ahead, I'm gonna make this bigger to start with. They just figure out their own priorities, don't they?
Ah, migrants. Dibs on the cute female, ha. Oh, that didn't sound lecherous, did it?
So I'm getting this fancy schmancy dining room I built out is just attracted everybody. Alright, I think on that I have to go make some dinner. I hope you heard everything I said today while I was playing, as opposed to the last time I was doing it. Alright, thank you very much. Have a good night.